The inspiration for this song was pretty much my entire childhood. I grew up with parents who were divorced when I was like 3. They both remarried to other people when I was about 10. Then they both got divorced again when I was 17. Older is a song that I've been trying to write my entire life, and I never really knew how to write it without sounding too bitter, and I think I had to live my own life and experience things for myself in order to really get the perspective right and kind of understand what my parents went through. King Henry is an amazing producer, and he's also my boyfriend, which is a bad look, but YOLO. I remember I actually wrote this song in Germany when I was doing promo with my friend Danny. We got super high. Somehow we found a joint in the middle of Germany, and we were like, thank fucking God. And then we went to KFC, and then we went back to the hotel room. Danny started playing this guitar thing, and I started singing Older over it. And so we had written kind of like the first half of the song, and then I sent the voice note to Henry. He texted back, he was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Like, I started crying in my living room. He kind of just started an idea for it at home. And then when I came back to LA, we finished it out together. I used to shut my door while my mother screamed in the kitchen. I turned the music up, get high and try not to listen to every little fight, 'cause neither one was right. After my mom and my stepdad got divorced, we moved out of this house that I kind of went to high school in, and then my senior year I spent living in an apartment with my mom, and I had this like tiny room. I mean, it was my bed and then a keyboard. I just remember spending pretty much like all of my senior year in there, and like my stepdad would come over and they'd kind of like go at it, so I would just kind of get in my room and open the window up and light a joint and try and just shut it all out. I swore I'd never be like them, but I was just a kid back then. I always tell King Henry's gonna be my first husband. Just kidding. No one really knows what they're doing, and I think as a kid, you expect your parents to have all the answers and you expect them to be perfect. And as you become an adult, you realize life has challenges you didn't even know existed. I think the more that I live and go through things, I'm just trying to figure it out myself. And I think I'm just a lot less harsh judging my parents and everyone because, no one really knows what they're doing. The older I get, the more that I see my parents aren't heroes, they're just like me. And loving is hard, it don't always work. You just try your best not to get hurt. When you're first in love with someone, you're so in love with them, and that honeymoon phase is insane, and it's hard to imagine that ever ending. And then as time goes by and you change and you grow into different people, it gets messier, and what was there in the beginning, doesn't last forever. With my mom and my dad, they had me very early on to their relationship. In my whole life, I was like, why couldn't you have just made it work? Like, why couldn't you have stayed together? And, once I went through my own breakup, I was like, well, sometimes it is better to not be with someone. I used to be mad, but now I know sometimes it's better to let someone go. It just hadn't hit me yet. The older I get. Even if you end up hating their guts, you will always have that love for them no matter what. And I actually really believe that. I experienced that with my ex-boyfriend. I still love him and I still hope the best for him. And, I wanted him to be happy, and that's, I think, why I had to walk away. I used to wonder why they could never be happy. I used to close my eyes and pray for a whole nother family where everything was fine. One that felt like mine. I went to high school in a really small suburb in Massachusetts, and I grew up in so much dysfunction, and then I would go over to my friend's house and they had like this giant McMansion, and their parents were seemingly perfect and all the holidays were always fun. There was just a lot of normalcy surrounding me, And I just remember always going to my friends' houses and being like, man, like I wish my home life was like this. I'm lucky though, because I think I got to see what not to do, and I also got to see what to do. So I kind of got like the best of both worlds. Just please make this song a hit. Please, fucking God. Please, guys. I'm roasting my entire family to the entire world. Please just stream it, download it, so I'm not excommunicated forever. I think I might already be after this video, but